They should have all been on the stage together Saturday, generational players, winners at the highest level, competitors who demanded the best from one another. The differences and similarities would have been impossible to ignore. Tim Duncan's quiet earnestness, Kevin Garnett's unflinching intensity and Kobe Bryant's confident poeticism all tied together by their basketball greatness. Friday as basketball's Hall of Fame began a weekend dedicated to those three players at the top of the 2020 enshrinement class. Bryant's absence was once again jarring, mostly because he was everywhere. While Vanessa Bryant toured her late husband's exhibit at the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame 70 miles northwest of here, Duncan, Garnett and other inductees took the stage inside a small theater at the Mohegan Sun Casino to begin their journey into the hall. Bryant's story was interwoven with almost all of theirs. It began with Duncan, shyly pushing his braided hair off his face, talking about the battles with the Lakers' 7 playoff series. Bryant battled the San Antonio Spurs and Duncan more than any other team in the postseason during his career. Your greatest competition brings the best out of you. That's what he always did, Duncan said Friday. You always had to be at your best and bring your best from start to finish if you were playing against him or any of his teams. And I think that's what I appreciate about and remember about playing against him and being on the court with him, a fierce competitor. And always demanding more of his team and his teammates than probably was possible. But he wanted to win that much. He wanted it that much. And it was an honor to share the court with him. Duncan's first 2 titles came with his Spurs having to get through Bryant and the Lakers. The rivalry brought playoff intensity to the regular season. We knew we were playing an opposing top team and a possible top team we could see in the playoffs. In those situations, you're always trying to find an upper hand, Duncan said. Quote, Intensity was always that much higher because of the level of competitor he was, the teams that he brought with him, coaching on down. I always looked forward to playing against his teams. I always looked forward to being on the court with him because I knew the crowd was going to be into it, our teammates were all going to be more focused and locked in that day. All of a sudden, you don't hurt as much because you know that you have to have that energy to be there and be present that day. Then there was Garnett, his voice still dripping with the passion that filled his scream of "anything is possible." After he won a championship with the Boston Celtics. Long regarded as one of the game's most intense and serious players, he and Bryant shared a common pathway to the NBA, 2 prep to pro phenoms in back-to-back draft classes that took the league by storm. 2 very fierce competitors. That was our parallel, Garnett said.